So we're busy talking about the new iPhone, the iPhone 17, and we're sitting in week 4 of 52 weeks of releasing a song every week coupled with a chamomile session. So if you're new here, a chamomile session is a lifestyled performance where Sishii performs a song into a microphone in a beautiful location somewhere in South Africa, hopefully one day somewhere in the world. That'd be cool. Where would you want to go?
That'd be really dope.
What would be on your bucket list of chamomile?
Spain, bro. Spain. Anything Spain, bro. You know me. Italy, just Europe. Yeah, like anywhere in Europe, man, like with the view. You know, that depth of field is like the most important thing. So, yeah, that'd be fire.
That would be amazing, bro. That would be amazing. Yeah, dude. One day. One day is one day is one day. We'll get there. We'll get there. So, yeah, we're sitting in week 4. We've pushed 3 consecutive weeks of releases. We have more than 10x'd our views on Instagram, which is crazy. We took our baseline before we started releasing, before we started pushing content, and we have more than 10 times the number of views in a 28-day period since we started releasing. But it's been work. What's been standing out for you this week, bro?
Yeah, bro. Like it's it's tedious. Yeah. It's not like hard work. I've definitely worked harder in my life. I've done more difficult things in my life, you know, but not this tedious. Like this is just, and also I think it's the mental work. That's like the most important thing, you know, overcoming your own self, overcoming this is embarrassing, this is cringe, this is just putting stuff out. It's like, it works. It's so annoying that it works. I hate that because not everything I've thought has been proven wrong, you know? It's like, no, the more care you put, no, just put it out. So, yeah, I think that for me is like the big thing, man. Like, yeah. Anyways, like, what have you picked up on in the last 3 weeks? 3 weeks. Yo, it feels like it's been a time. Still week 3. Oh my gosh. Yo. I have 50 left. Oh my days.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, bro. What's the 3 weeks for you?
I mean, the most tedious things so far that have been consistently tedious for me have been just the data part of things. So, I mean, we mentioned this in the first conversation we had, but for anyone listening in, like, our objective here is to build a repeatable system that you can follow.
Yeah.
And so we're tracking every post that Sishii makes, every story Sishii posts, every song release, every piece of merchandise sold. And we're seeing how many views it got, how much engagement it got, all of the available metrics and analytics that there are for a particular platform. We're tracking all that stuff. And unfortunately, there isn't a software out there that exists that tracks everything properly. So I'm sitting and I'm spending 2, 3, 4 hours on a Saturday, every Saturday after we release, plugging in all the numbers into a giant spreadsheet. And so that's definitely the most tedious part of this process. And I put together reports that Sishii doesn't read. And
Ish, dog. I'll read it, bro. Ish. Yeah, ish, dog. Ish. Ish, this guy knows me too well, bro. Ish. I'll read it. I'll read it.
Alright, bro. Okay. So that's the most tedious part. And then I think, like, also just having to remember every day, you know, every day we wake up and the question that's on both of our minds is like, what's today's content? And I mean, you said it to me this week. You were like, bro, I'm actually getting annoyed. Because, I used to call him and we used to have inspiring conversations and, we would hype each other up, and now I'm calling him and bullying him into posting content.
Like posting every day, bro. Yeah. It is annoying, I can't lie. Like, but that, it's like, I didn't think I'd get annoyed this quickly, but 3 weeks out of 53, I'm already annoyed, but I guess it means we're doing something right. Because I think if there was something you said last week that I asked you to repeat in
oh yes,
in the something about like,
oh, I remember what I said.
Okay. Yeah.
You were
so this is making me, so I'm going off of how being annoyed, like if I'm not annoyed, then it means we're not posting enough. But then there was something else you said.
Yes, you were asking me
about the marginal something. I don't know. Sounded cool.
You said to me, bro, what's the optimum time that I should be posting here? And I said to you, if we're concerned with the marginal gains that we'll get out of posting at the right time, it means that we're not posting enough.
That's it. That's the one.
That was
That's it. Yeah.
So, and basically that just means post as much as you possibly can. Don't be shy about it. And you did, bro. I mean, Toronto, you went, you're back now. We shot an episode of this conversation in Toronto while you were walking around. You shot a lot of content for all kinds of songs while you were in Toronto. What was that experience like for you, just being always on like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was annoying, bro. Like, it was definitely like, I'm not. I used to be a social media guy, and I used to be very. I think we touched on this the other day about like I used to post a lot, and I used to pull out my phone all the time. Sorry. And I was always on, like I was always like, guys, this is what I'm doing right now. Haha, look at me. Haha, and then for the past 5 years, I haven't been that person. And so like since then, I've just gotten into my like shell on social media. I don't even scroll as much. I don't even have like, everyone is muted. I don't know if you remember muting everyone. So like everyone's muted. I don't see anything. So that I can go on, post, get off. Because the moment I scroll, I start to get in my head about how I'm not doing good enough, or, all that other nonsense. So, yeah, I'm just like, this is really like, it's a different experience. It's one I used to embrace and used to love. But now I'm like, I don't know why it's so anxiety inducing. But it really is. Like, I'm not going to act like it's easy. It's not. Like, I sometimes I'm like, this song is cool, but like, if there was just a minor tweak in the video and my performance and how I did this, and then, just little things that aren't consequential, that just make this process like more annoying than they should be. So a lot of it is just myself and in my head. Like a lot of the times, like once you've posted, who cares? And also like, when I'm 90 years old, if I live that long, geez. Like, remember that lady we saw at the restaurant the other day? Who was like, how old are you guys? You're 20, what? It's like, what do you remember? And she was like, I don't remember those. I don't even remember. And I was like, that's crazy. It's like all these things I'm obsessing over, things I'm not even gonna remember one day. So, yeah, I mean, being on all the time is definitely annoying. Because I think I'm an artist, deep down inside, I'm precious. I want to be precious, and I want to be privileged, and just take my time. But it's like, bruh, just drop. And if you're gonna drop, then just always be on and just devote yourself fully to it. So, yeah, bruh. It's been annoying, but it's been rewarding as well. And also my And another thing to talk about here is that like the point of contact is you. You're the one who tells me how things are doing, what to post, how to do it, how to, like, and that helps a lot because last year, I think when we stopped at like week 15, it was that analysis paralysis that got to me. Already in week 4, week 5, I was like, no, but like what if, and I'm seeing like comments and there's obviously hate. I'm seeing the hate. I'm seeing the, and I'm like, oh no, like this is bad. But now I'm not seeing like a lot of that stuff, so it helps that you're the one who's analyzing the data and I'm the one who's just like interacting, posting and
executing,
engaging and stuff. So executing. Yeah.
I think it's important that point that you make, because a great collaboration needs those two elements, whether you're the person who has those two elements within you, or it's yourself and a co-founder, or you're an artist and it's you and your manager. The role of the artist or the visionary or the product person in that business is to be detail oriented, as you are. You're doing exactly the thing you should be doing, which is to focus on making the art, the product, the thing, the experience as amazing as it possibly can be, and taking it as far as you possibly can. And my role is to kind of give you a boundary, like push back, be like, okay, now is the time it needs to go out. Now we have to ship. So wherever you are in it, like it's done. It's time now. And I think without those two forces being able to work in a complementary way, you would have a year like 2021 where you dropped 7 songs the whole year. Or was it 22? I can't remember. Or
2020, yeah. I mean, 2020 was like, how many songs? 2021?
Yeah, 2 I think.
Yeah,
very few.
2 songs came out in 2020. Crazy.
Yeah. Or you'd have the inverse where you're just releasing trash music.
It's trash, and you don't see, and you don't. Yes, Brian. Like a lot of people do that. Yeah. I mean, like Russ was talking about this thing, like music has to be good. Music has to be good, and like there are a lot of people who just put out like a lot of, like, it's great that you're putting out, but like, is it good though?
What?
And if it's not, you can put out as much as you want, but
it's not gonna happen. It's
just not gonna work,
bro. What makes it? What makes it good though? Like you're the one who defines good in this partnership.
Yeah. Like I'm like the tastemaker in that. Like I have like.
So what are you tapping into? Like
I really have to back. Just like. I mean, it's a skill, bruh. It takes time. Like, it's not something you... I still have songs sometimes that I'm like, this is my taste level. And I think this is something that a lot of, like, young artists struggle with, including, like, myself. This is my taste level. It's really high. I've listened to some of the most iconic artists ever, Michael Jackson. And, these are iconic artists. So my taste is really good because I love this stuff that's iconic. But the stuff I make is like, it's kind of here. So I listen to my stuff and I'm like, man, this is cool, but like, this isn't Michael Jackson though, man, this is cool, but it isn't like, and the thing is like, I mean, how do you push past that? You just keep doing it. That's the only way I can, like for me, I just keep doing it. Now I'm at a place where I'm like, my taste is like, this is dope. I like this. I'm enjoying this. I'm walking down the road and I'm listening to this because this bangs. But I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it's always been like that. It hasn't always been like that. Initially, I used to listen a lot of the time just to is this good enough? Critique. Now I'm like, I'm listening to this because I like it. So you've really got to try and push past that and really try and figure out what you like. That's the best way I can, you know. And I'm like, okay, the iconic stuff. What did I like about this? Oh, top line. Michael Jackson, everything is a top line. The guitar, dun, 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 that's a top line. Black or white, that's a top line too. So the guitar's top lining. We've got the singer top lining. So everything has got to be ear candy. Okay, cool. Let me try and do that. And then I do that in a song. I don't do that in all the songs, but like I might try that in a song where I'm like, okay, that's memorable. That's memorable. Then I listen to it and I'm like, oh, this is reminding me of the stuff I really like. You know, so
Post Malone kills that.
It's really just, oh yeah, he's melody man, like crazy. He is a melody man. He's so good. But, you know, so yeah, like for me, it's just trying to get inching closer and closer to, you know, and sometimes you borrow this thing and that thing, and you know, eventually you get to a place where you're like, oh, I really do like this. But if your taste buds are off, hey man, I don't know what to say to you, bro. Like if what you think is iconic is trash, and then you're inching closer to trash, and then it's just trash, hey man, I'm sorry, I don't know.
That's
good luck, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the
personality, you know, be a personality high. Like work on your vibe, you know, and then maybe the vibe's gonna sell it. I don't know. I mean, there's some people who, but yeah.
So we curate more than just music. Obviously, you know, the bulk of this conversation is about the 52, but we have Chamomile Live, which is our live event that we do, Sishii concerts, and we have opening acts, and we're going to be doing more shows in the future with other headliners and so on. And then we have, you know, this podcast. We've got the visual brand for the Sishii brand. We've got the visual brand for the bowling club, and the look and feel for all of those things. What do you think about, you know, you're an incredible tastemaker when it comes to your feeling for what is dope, like what works for you personally. It just so happens that what works for you and what you think is cool, other people agree with or not. That's also fine. But we've realized that people do appreciate that. What do you look for outside of just the world of music and the songs? That you spoke about melody as the thing you look for in a song. If you were to take that melody analogy and apply it to the live show, to the merchandise, to, because we have merchandise, I'll put a card if you're watching this on YouTube, or to, you know, the visual branding for yourself.
Like genuinely, it's a feeling, bro. Like it's a feeling. I can't. I'm like, what are those? There's the classical painters, and there's the what are the other ones?
Impressionists.
The impressionists, yeah, like the impressionist artists who, like, for them it's more about the feeling that this artwork, it's not about like every single brush stroke being perfect, and they've like mastered the technical abilities. I really haven't, and I don't want to. I feel a lot more in tune with things when I feel, and so like songs remind me of colors, and melodies remind me of moods, remind me of places, remind me of the weather, certain weather conditions, and so a lot of the time I always try and tap into that, genuinely. So even with the visual stuff, it's like I work closely with people who are really good at that, like Michelle, for example, and Abo. And I don't know, there's some people who just have this innate sense for things where it's like, oh, this like you have it too. Like a song I was writing the other day, it's like, oh, this reminds me of Sunday morning, you know, in the sunlight, and I'm like, okay, dope, that's great. And I'm like, yes, thank you. That's what I was missing, was just that connection. It's like, I've got the melody and I've got the vibe of the song, but I'm just missing what to talk about here. And then when you said it, I was like, oh, that clicks. Actually, this does feel like I'm painting the picture of a Sunday morning here. So yeah, it's like, yeah, I think it's just the feeling, man. Feeling is over everything. I mean, how do you do it? How do you, because you have that sense too, like you're able to just like, yo, this reminds me of this makes me think of this. Like, where does that come from?
I think there's two things. I imagine how it would feel for me to show this to the people I love. That's the first thing. And if I feel like I would be excited to show this to the people I love, that's a great start. And then the second thing is like, I'm very patient with the process. I mean, you know this, when I'm putting pitch decks together or building the website or doing the visual design for things, or, you know, when we mix, it takes a long time. And it's all the small moves. It's what font do you use? What color do you use? What equalizer do you use on the thing? What, you know, I mean, obviously I only ever use one saturator for everything. But you know, what plugin do you use? And you just make those small incremental improvements across 100 different things. And at the end, it's incredibly polished. So I'm like very patient with myself. I'm not beating myself up if I change a font and it doesn't look perfect. So I think those are the two things. Is a lot of patience in the process, and then just imagining how it would feel to show this to the people I love. I mean, I send you everything. Like when I've done a deck, I send you the first version, then I send you the 6th version. I don't know if you probably check like 1 in every 6 things I send you, because I send you so much stuff.
Yeah. I only check the final one. It's like with songs as well. Like I used to only send you like you'd get the song and it's already done, you know. And so like for myself, like I just love sending it to my friends. I send it to my family, my brother has an incredible eye for things, so I send it to people who I respect. I'm not looking for their technical feedback. I'm looking to see how it makes them feel. Interesting.
And
I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah, but it's interesting because I also know I back myself. So if they give me feedback, they're like, I'm like, I think it's dope.
Yeah. For me, it ruins everything. Like, any feedback from anyone, I cannot. I hate it. Don't give me your opinion unless I ask you for it. Like, if I did not ask for your opinion on something, oh my word, do not tell me that. Like, no, it would be cool if you just shut up, bro. Like, I don't care, you know?
Yeah.
I hate that. I especially when people will ask like, bro, just play me the new I'm like, nah, I don't want to play it for you because I like it, and for me, I need to lock in, because the moment I see your reaction, I don't know what that's about. I really don't know what that's about, but it impacts my
feeling.
It impacts me so much, bro. Like, yeah, it impacts me so much when your reaction is, and it's never there. Like Jimmy Iovine said this in that documentary with Dr. Dre, when he's talking about like if there's feedback that is received by the artist at any process, any stage of the process, it ruins everything. So long as the process is incomplete, there must be no feedback that comes in for the artist. I mean, some artists are different. Like you're saying, for you, I know I have friends as well who, for them, it's really important to like, I've got to play this for you. You've got to hear this, and I want to see your reaction. I am not that person. Yeah. I am the complete opposite of that. Yeah. I have to operate in my own capacity, finish the thing first. Then I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't even play stuff for people, really. I don't send stuff. I don't like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Because it's like, if you are happy, if you're like, bro, this is great, and I'm like, nah, you're making fun of me. Like, like I don't buy it. You don't really think it's great. Or if you think it's mid, so you don't react at all. I'm like, oh, so this is boring now. So this is boring to you. This is boring to you. You have no reaction to it. Or if you have a negative reaction, I'm like, I knew it. This is trash. I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, there's no reaction you can give me that's good enough. So I'd rather just not even, like, let me not bother you with it or bother anybody with it. I'm going to keep feeling how I feel. I think it's cool. I think it's nice. I'm going to put it out, you know? So, yeah, it's crazy how people are different like that.
But, you know, crucially, I think I'll edit myself. I only send the thing when it's close to completion. I'm not sending stuff when I'm getting started. I don't want anyone involved in my concept development. You know, like if I go away to build a deck for a pitch, or if I go away to build a website, I don't consult you. I go do it first, then I come back and I ask you for feedback. Once it's 85% of the way there.
Yeah, but also like when you ask for feedback, it's also not like I've seen you ask for feedback as in like you're asking for my opinion on something, like for real. And then I've seen like when it comes to pitch decks and stuff, a lot of the time when you're asking me for feedback, it's not like fundamental changes to this thing. Like what changes do you think I should make? A lot of the time your mind's made up. Like you like it. And I can always sense that. Like, you like this, you're a big fan of this thing. You're sending it to me like, bro, this is really dope. To be honest, I don't really care what you think. And so a lot of the time my feedback is always just like, oh, just make a note of this thing. Content. That's obviously very crucial to, what the person we're pitching to. But other than that, I'm just like, hey, man, I know you love this thing. I know it's great. So, you know,
You mentioned a documentary there. And we had a comment. I saw a comment last week that said, could the Brews plug us with some good stuff to watch? So definitely keep watching this conversation. That firstly. But the conversation the documentary you mentioned is called The Defiant Ones. So it's a documentary about the parallel journey of Jimmy Iovine, who was the founder of Interscope Records, and Dr. Dre, who is Dr. Dre, and how they basically developed their careers to the point where Dr. Dre was able to sell beats to Apple for $1 billion, and he became the first hip-hop billionaire. So definitely check that out. And then the second one that I think is really worth checking out, I haven't watched it myself personally, but Sishii recommends it highly, is the Travis Scott documentary.
The first one. Let's make that clarification. The first one where he's raging on stage, it's just, for me, like that, I was like, man, this is really cool. It's like, this is really, really cool. I watched it 3 times. The first time I watched it, I started it again, and then I started it again, and then I started it again. And I was like, man, this is really, and I wasn't even that big a fan at the time. After I watched that, like, I became a stan. Like, I'm such a fan. But anyways, the Defiant Ones, I watched that actually in 2019, before we started working together. So it's like really interesting. My ambition was to be like Dr. Dre, I guess be a mogul, I guess, at some point in my life. Where my ambition was always to teach people how to do this thing, but go through it myself first. So, I think it's very interesting. I mean, it's not like I watched that thing and then thought, okay, let's do this now. This is how I'm going to go about it. It's like, now that we're referencing it, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like, I remember I did actually watch that thing and thought to myself, this would be cool. This would be a cool career path. So it is cool, I guess, that we're doing this now and kind of teaching as we go. Yeah. But while learning ourselves, teaching ourselves, teaching others, Yeah.
It's funny that you said that you thought it would be a cool career path. I didn't know this was a career path even after watching the documentary.
Yeah. I mean, with as a career path, also like, it's like, I always said I want to be a on my LinkedIn music business trailblazer. I didn't know what that meant. So like, it's not like, it sounded like big words that sound really cool, that sound like something I really want to do as someone who's studying, you know, economics and business and finance. I don't know, but I feel like I'll do it someday, you know. So yeah,
That's cool, bro. It's cool that you're doing it. I mean, I can genuinely say that you're doing it. I mean, it's like we're in the era now of coaches, you know. You've got like a morning routine matcha hyperbolic chamber cold plunge coach. Like that's one person who has an Instagram account, and that's what they're teaching, you know. So it's cool that
there's a lot of them, bro.
But then it's actually underneath that they're actually just teaching you how to make a course so that you can become a coach. It's like we have this like pyramid scheme of coaches that are just not actually teaching you anything.
Coaches, but they're not actually. Yeah, bro.
But it's great that we're that we're not part of that community.
I hate insufferable. I hate that. I hate that. Cold plunge matcha in the morning. Oh,
wake up at 4 a.m. do 500 push-ups,
bruh.
You know,
bruh.
Take that tape thing.
Face in the asses. Tape in the. Shit, I'm not hating. I respect his hustle. I respect their hustles, you know.
But like, damn, bro.
It can never be me, bro.
I wake up in the morning. I feel like shit most mornings. Takes me so long to get up.
Bruh.
Then I'm like trying to figure out what I want for breakfast. It's just a disaster. There's no matcha and cold plunges and none of that.
Tape on your mouth and like there isn't, bro. Like it's just not that pretty.
No. I was curious when you said that you wanted to be a music business trailblazer. You had no idea what that meant. Now I can definitely say you're on that path, and we're doing a few different things at the moment. And we had a very interesting meeting today with our incubators, or one of our incubators, which is Endeavor. And I think there was an interesting takeaway that we had from that meeting, which might be useful to anyone who's trying to build something in the creative arts or trying to build something in the world of creative entrepreneurship. And that takeaway for us today was, it's better to show, not tell.
Yeah.
And I was curious, what stood out for you about that?
I mean, that's true in everything. Like, as an actor, I can tell you that's true for me. As an actor, show, don't tell. You hate a script that tells the audience exactly what someone is feeling. So my job is to show what's actually happening on the inside and not telling. Everyone prefers showing and not telling. I think that's how things are in general. In music as well. You write a song, you don't say, today I walked down the street and I saw, you know, the girl I love and I fell in love, and you know, it's like you painted with pretty pictures. And so I think with I think in our meeting today, I mean, it was obviously, it's not like we made the mistake of telling and not showing. We were supposed to tell and not show, but I think you know, the person we were speaking to had a much better understanding of what we were doing when we said, you know, instead of, well, we're in the business of da 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 da. It's like so confusing. But when you go, there you go,
watch this video.
You know? Watch this video. Look at this is what we've done. Oh, that's what you do. Done. You know, it's so quick. It's so simple. I think that like improving your case, you know, our case study, you know, we have our case study as well for like, you know, influencer marketing and the issues with it. And how we're solving that problem. It's like, here's a case study of what happened when we did it this way, and here's what happened when we did it this way. You see, our way is better. People like that. People prefer that. It makes it so much easier to communicate, you know. So I think showing, not telling, is a really, really important thing. I mean, yeah. But what are your takeaways?
Well, it made me think a little bit about the early stages of when we initially came up with this idea of doing 52 songs, doing a song a week for a year. And what we tried to do in the beginning was to go to commercial brands and say to them, guys, this is what we want to do. We're going to do a chamomile session every week. The chamomile session clips do hundreds of thousands of views online, and our community really loves them, and they get a lot of shares, and it would be an amazing opportunity for you to partner with us. And we, in the beginning, do you remember we approached Fresh Pack and Five Roses and like these tea brands, obviously, because it's chamomile sessions, and nobody was interested. Like, we just got like ghosted. And then we got to a point where we were like, fuck it, let's just do it. And so then we just started doing it. And then as we started doing it, people started to see that, oh, there is a way that I can get involved in this. And I mean, we haven't solved that just yet, but I think we're a lot further down the path of solving that problem now, because we just did it. We didn't wait for it to be perfect. We didn't wait for the perfect conditions. And it made me think about that comment. That comment from last week really stuck with me about, can you guys give me material to go and read or courses to go and do? And I almost want to say to that person who dropped that comment, don't go and do courses. Figure out what the thing is that you want to do, and figure out what this sort of smallest or most minimum viable version of that thing is, whatever it is, and do it. The courses are not going to help you.
No. If I said, I mean, I'll take it as far as saying, like, if these conversations don't help you, then the course won't. Because, and I don't say that in arrogance or anything, like what we're doing is profound or what we're saying is profound. No, like, this is genuinely like just the day-to-day of what it looks like. A lot of the time, courses come with this high level, like, yo, if you da-da-da-da-da, and you do that, and a lot of the time, there aren't practical, actual day-to-day solutions to day-to-day problems. And I'm like, here, we're just talking about these day-to-day problems, right? And so a lot of the time, I think the thinking that a lot of people have, which for me is the opposite of initiative, is I still need to go and do this first. Once I do this, then I can do that. That's not initiative. Initiative is, it starts right now, today. What do you have? You know, do you have a laptop? No. Okay, so what do you have? Do you have a phone? Cool. Okay. You can record on your phone. Okay, what can I do on my phone where I can record a song? Steve Lacy, for example, he had one of the biggest songs in the world a couple of years ago, but like, I'm a huge fan of his music. He used to record on GarageBand on his phone. His guitar, everything he recorded into GarageBand. It's like, what do you have right now? Do all that it's a quote I used to love, which is, do all that you can with all that you have to get to where you want to be. It's not like, if I do that, then I can get, no. What do you have right now in front of you? Who do you have right now in front of you? Okay, then do that. Do that as much as you possibly can, or with all your might. And then, you know, then you'll have more resources. Oh, now you can do more. Now you can do, and then things just fall into place. But yeah, like, that's for me what I'd say to that person who knows asking about like a course.
Absolutely, bro.
And none of the stuff we learned, bro, not like, you studied, bro.
So did you.
You have a degree. Like, Yes. Did you learn any of this
No.
in your degree? No. Like, even I did. And like, I didn't learn this in my degree. I didn't learn this. Like, we're here on the field and it's like, okay, what's the problem today? Solve that. Okay, it's solved. Okay, what's the problem tomorrow? Solve that. Don't worry about next week. What's the problem now? Solve it quickly.
Yeah.
Get it out the way. Trust me, another problem's gonna come.
Yeah.
When that problem comes, solve that one. It's like, yeah.
It makes me think about, so in my day job, I work for a company that is based overseas, and my boss bought a course program from this guy called Matt Gray, who basically he's like a personal branding guru. Like, he teaches people how to build these like multi-hyphenate personal brands with hundreds of thousands of followers, whatever, to turn your personality or your personal brand into a vehicle that produces income for your business. And the course was $7,000. And I remember he bought the course, and I'd been following this guy, Matt Gray, for quite a long time. And I was so excited to do the course because obviously I had access to this course now, and I'd been following this guy for all these years. And I get into the course with this guy, and he's telling us all the things that you and me have been doing for years, just because we did it. We learned through doing, So it just kind of confirmed for me, okay, look, it's not to say I didn't learn anything. I definitely learned things, and they were useful takeaways. But it was more, the takeaways for me from that course program were more polishing what I already had than building it up. The wealth of experience and knowledge that I got doing the thing, I was able to refine in a very small kind of way doing this very expensive course program. But if I was just starting and I did this course program, it would have been lost on me, bro.
Yeah. Of course. Like, that's, it's like, I forgot who said this to me, but like, you're learning to play soccer, football, right? Or rugby. So then you go to the library, and then you go and you buy a book on rugby. And then you read the book for a year. And then now, who's more experienced between you, who went to the library and got a book and then read it for a year, or a guy who just got up, took a ball, met a guy who knows how to play rugby and said, dog, how do I do this? And then every day they play touch. Every day then they start to play contact rugby. The guy who's on the field every single day is miles ahead than the guy who read the book. So like, just get on the field. It's a contact sport. Sia said this, actually. Sia Klaba said this about acting as well, because I felt so insecure. I had like the biggest imposter syndrome on Gomorrah, because everyone on Gomorrah had some sort of experience, whether it was in theater, whether it was in, like some of them had gone to school for this thing, they had learnt it. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm the only actor here who I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm probably so bad at this that like, I'm going to do the worst out of everybody here. This is, And I remember Sia was like, bro, this is a contact sport. You learn on the field, bro. Like, just read the script. You read the script, cool. What is the character feeling right now? Okay, so now how do you get yourself to feel that? Oh, I do this. Cool. Now get to what the character's feeling right now and get on there and just do it. You got the job. Now do it. And I'm like, okay, get over yourself. Get on there and just do it. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to do it. How much more have I learned on that, for the past, I don't know how many years I was on there. How much more have I learned doing that than reading books on it, or going to the school and getting the degree in, theater and performance. So, it's like, I learned so much more about screen acting than if I had done, a degree or a course on it. And so, like, just get on the field, man. Sorry, this has been a long spiel now, but I'm just like so passionate about it. Just get on the field, dude. Just get on the field.
100%, bro. I also love Sia's energy because Sia really embodies that. You know, of all the people that you know we've met along the way on the journey that we're on, bro. Like that guy's energy is so infectious. You can't leave a conversation with Sia and not feel like, okay, like we're really doing this thing.
I'm like, okay. Okay, I'm like, you know, I've got, you know, like I talk to him like a lot going into the conversation discouraged. And like 10 times out of 10, I leave that conversation going, all right, we've got things to do. You know, it's like there's always things to do.
Yeah.
It's like, get over yourself, man. Like just get over yourself and do what you've got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, bruh. Yeah, really encouraging guy.
You know, I had a conversation with Temba Khadebe, and we were sitting and we were having a coffee on Monday, and he was saying, you know, a lot of the people in our ecosystem are seeing people to their left and to their right really rising and finding huge success in a lane. And he was going like, you know, what's happening with some of the people in our ecosystem where it almost feels like we're spread so thin, we're doing so many things. How come we're not experiencing that elevation, you know, moving to that next level that we're trying to get to? But then we're looking to our left, to our right. And so I gave the example of Lindor, Langa. And obviously Lindor realized very early on, like, he wants to be a director. He's not trying to be an executive producer or a producer or a showrunner or whatever. He wants to be a director. And that's all he does. I mean, even Michelle, look at Michelle, you know, he wants to be a visual artist with a camera.
Creative director.
Creative director, you know, that's his thing. He doesn't stray from that.
Yeah.
And that's his bread and butter, you know, that's what he does day in, day out. And so I said to Temba, bro, like the reason that, you know, the people who are kind of really battling to like elevate to that next level in our community are having that challenge is because they're doing so many things. Like you can't actually do 12 things well. You can maybe do
you're not supposed to.
1, 2, or 3 things really, really well. Preferably 1.
Yeah.
And
sorry.
No.
Continue.
I can see you.
I was about to say
You've got bars for this.
Now I'm probably the biggest hypocrite. I'm probably the biggest hypocrite when it comes. Like I'm not one to give advice on how you should just do one thing.
But you have support though.
What I can say, yes. But what I can say is that, I mean, obviously, also when I do one thing, I only do one thing. You know, if I am on sets, I'm not writing songs. And if I'm writing songs, I'm not on a set. You know, but like. It's that Alex Hormozy thing, bruh. The lady in the red dress. Like, I love that analogy, and we always come back to that analogy. And a lot of the time, we've had to call each other out on that because, you know, we get excited about something. Well, no. Firstly, you start doing something. It's hard. But then there's things you have to overcome. So you overcome those things, and then eventually you start to find a stride. And then you're like, okay, this is good. I'm enjoying this. Then there's even harder things that you encounter. Now, when you encounter those very difficult challenges, once you've found your stride, you go, yo, I don't actually think I've found my stride in this. I don't think I should actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. And then you see something to your left or to your right. You go, yo, this guy's doing this thing. Low key, that thing looks like it's fire.
That's the move.
Let me try that. And then you jump and then you go and you do the next thing. And then when you jump and you do the next thing, you overcome what is like a little hurdle. You go, oh, this is actually quite easy. You find your stride. Then the big hurdle. Then you have the big hurdle. Then when that big hurdle comes, then you go, ish. I'm like, I've actually been, if only I had stuck to that thing. Now I'm here, I'm doing this thing. I'm too late. Also, I'm like, how old am I? I can't be learning the guitar at this big age of mine. No, I should have started at a younger age. Let me take the piano. And then eventually it's like you've gotten nowhere. So like that for me, that lady in the red dress thing, that like there's always a lady in the red dress. Always. Like in the where did it come from? The Matrix, right? So there'll always be a lady in the red dress. There'll always be something. And sorry, to go back to this this poor person who made this comments now. I'm sorry, dude. But like, you wanting to do a course is a lady in the red dress. All the work you have is on your desk. And for me, that word of advice from Alex Hormozi really stuck with me. Like, all the work you have, trust me, it's on your desk at home.
Already.
It's already there. You know, and you know it. We always know. We always know, low key, I should be responding to comments. I should be interacting more on the socials. I should be there. We always know that though there's work and it is on the desk at home or in your office. The moment you say, so for me, it's like, that's the thing. It's like, just doubling down on this thing we're doing right now. Right now, it's hard and it's going to continue to be hard. I think it's only going to get harder. But I'm glad we said 1 year. It's probably going to be longer, but like, let's for a year. Not for a month, not for a couple days, not for a whole year, 365 days. Every day, we're going towards this goal. Even if something nicer comes along, think about that thing. Even if it looks nicer, even if it looks like, just keep going and see what happens.
Yeah, removing all distraction.
Yeah. Was it Cody Sanchez who was saying that, like, she was sitting next to a billionaire and she like worked, like she chills with billionaires a lot, and like the one billionaire she's chilling with on a plane was like the issue with like you young, and he was like 60, 70 years old. He's like the issue with you young people is you're always wanting to jump to the next thing. Like, I've done this one thing for
like 40 years or something.
50 years. I've done one thing for 50 years. How would I not be successful?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, I think it's like people need to think about it in the context of sports. A pro athlete, in order to go pro, you probably started playing that sport as a child. And you probably started taking it seriously as a child. And so by the time you go pro at 16, 17, 18 years of age, you've probably been playing that sport for 12, 13 years already. Then you're maturing into your career, and you haven't deviated. You haven't done other things. How many people do you hear of who are pro athletes and doctors?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they exist, but I'm pretty sure that they're not the majority. Imagine if Cristiano Ronaldo was Cristiano Ronaldo, but also, Cristiano Ronaldo registered GP.
Impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah. But Cristiano, you never know. But sorry, if he watches this, dog, I ain't hating, but
could have an honorary doctorate. Probably does though.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't trust him with surgery though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. Yeah, it's.
That's what it is.
Facts.
It's
bro.
just
one thing.
Absolutely laser focus. And that doesn't mean self-compromising focus though, because the objective of playing the game is so that you can keep playing the game. So you never take a risk so big that you lose everything.
Yeah.
Laser focus doesn't mean black and white, doesn't mean I can only do this one thing and nothing else.
Yeah. Quit my job.
No, don't do that.
Drop out of school. It's like, no, dude. No.
It just means that you have something that you are dedicating yourself to for an extended period of time, and you're very clear about that.
Yeah.
That is your priority.
Yeah.
And I think, look, this process for us started 2.5, 3 years ago, when we started having these conversations about mastering a craft and artistry and what it really means to be a great artist, be a great creator. And I'm curious, like, as we get into this process of weekly releases again, what you're wrestling with in the craft side of things at the moment. And how are you adapting? You said to me today that you were looking at Suno to help you with ideating melodies. You know, obviously we've looked at Splice in the past. You've collaborated a lot. I think collaboration, as a side note, which we can get to after this part of the conversation, I wanted to talk a little bit about collaboration, because a lot of people think that they're going to get a Casper in Your Vest feature or a Nasty C feature, and that's just going to unlock their whole life, and then they're going to boom and they're going to be on Billboard tomorrow. But that's just honestly just not how it works. But we'll have that conversation after this. I'm curious to hear from your side about the craft.
I haven't written like a week or two now, because I was away. So I haven't actually really had the time to think about that. The Suno thing was also just like if it can help me produce more stuff, then cool. But I also haven't even really gotten into that. Splice just helps me with ideas. Sometimes I don't necessarily have ideas to come up with on the guitar. So Splice has like chord progressions. Chord progressions is what I usually go to Splice for, but then I try and remove it and remake the whole song. So yeah, a lot of the time my thing is just chord progressions. Like if I can get chord progressions that I feel inspired by, or that I want to write to, then yeah, I'll write to them. So yeah, I'm not really facing any challenges right now, because I haven't actually been in the process for the past 2 weeks. But once I get back into it, from like tomorrow, then I guess I'll see. Maybe I'm gonna have like a writer's block, or I mean, I don't believe in that, but I don't know. So yeah, we'll see once I get back into it.
Because the reason I asked the question was because we were jamming on a mix yesterday, and towards the end of the process, he said, "Bro, there's actually something I need to deal with here in the production. Let's pick this up tomorrow." And we came back today, and you had pretty much finished the song.
Yeah.
I didn't think that you were wrestling with it, but I was just curious how you knew that there was something you needed to deal with, and how you dealt with it.
Yeah, the feeling thing there is still like my answer, I guess. I'd say that. Yeah, there's something felt off in the song, the drums mainly. My initial prod that I had done on it felt like these drums need to be changed, and there's some things that need just to make the feeling a little bit more, towards what I was going for. So it was just that. And then like with production, a lot of the time it's like trying out different snares, this hit, this hat, this, that. And then you put it in and it's like, no, it's not working. And then you put it in, no, it's not working. And eventually you find something. So it's a lot of trial and error. But yeah, I think for me it's I can't do that for too long though. That's one of the things I will say. I know some producers who sit and like search for a snare for like an hour, and I'm like, I can't do that. Otherwise, it just the whole idea gets stale, and then I have to turn it off, and then I hate it, and then So for me, I'm like, this is what we're going for. This is the reference. Like my initial prod, this is my reference, and I'm gonna try and find something close to that. I'm not gonna scroll on Splice to the 1000th sample. No, I'm gonna go through the first 10. If I don't find what I'm looking for, then that initial reference is what I have to be okay with. So yeah, Yeah.
Collaboration. If I'm starting out and I'm in
Wait, actually, I want to ask you, like, what are the challenges you face? Like, what challenges you facing, like, on a, since we're doing this weekly thing, data analysis, apart from how tedious it is.
time, just time management. Time management. I'm very short of sleep. So just managing my physical health, basically. Like I was late for our recording today because I needed to go outside and go for a walk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro. Like it's just time management. Obviously, because I do a full-time job, and then all of this as well. So balancing those two things, I think, is the biggest challenge. And I think if I wasn't doing the full-time job, then my biggest challenge would be I don't know what it would be, but I'd probably find something. I'd find something to get stuck into.
Yeah. Okay.
Collaboration.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever held the belief that it's just that one big feature that will unlock things for you, or that one big collab that'll just unlock things for you. If you could just drop a verse on this artist's song, it would just change the world for you.
Of course.
Do you still hold that belief?
Of course. No.
What changed?
I mean, we're in limbo, right? We're in the limbo generation of growing up where the cosign literally changed people's lives. The artists I watched growing up, all it took was one feature and then their lives would never be the same. Before that, even a publication. So collaboration, not even necessarily as an artist with another artist, but literally just a publication posted about you. And ever since he got that feature on this magazine, his whole life changed. It's like that. I grew up seeing that. So of course, like I also thought like, oh man, if I get that cosign, like my life is but as time has progressed, I'm like, because monoculture is dead, and now people just like what they like, and people have so much agency now, so much to decide. I want to listen to this. I don't want to listen to this. I like this. I don't like that. Those days are gone. So a publication can no longer force feed people things like, yo, you've got to check this artist out. And then the people go, I will definitely check them out because this publication said I should. That's dead now. And so is like that, got that feature on this artist. I've listened to features that on some of my favorite artists' projects and songs, and I've never followed up, ever. I'm like, oh, that was a nice verse. That guy I really like that guy's verse. What's his name again? I don't know. He's that guy in verse 2 though. He's that guy in verse 2. I don't know what his name is. Are you gonna find out what his name is? No. Do you care about? No, I don't. I'm gonna carry on listen to my artist because I like my favorite artist. So that's my experience. So things really have changed with all the agency and stuff. So yeah.
How do we get around?
I think things have changed. I mean,
what's the new collab? What's the new feature?
Jeez, I don't know. How would you answer that question?
I also have no idea, bro. But I think the new collab, the new feature, the new cosign is... I don't think it's about other people. I don't think it's about who you're leveraging. I think more and more, and this is actually quite a beautiful thing. It's about your own agency and your ability to execute on hard mode for a long time.
Yeah,
that's it.
So I mean, I would say community.
Yeah,
come build your own community. Yeah, like that's what it's about now. monoculture is dead, so we don't have a mass community that follows the one thing. No, we have a lot of small communities now. That's what the landscape of things looks like now. So now it's just about like, if you like something, there's definitely someone out there who also likes it. So, you know, even if it's trash, like there's definitely people out there who like trash, bro. Like build your community of trash. And shit, you know, like that's the new cosign, bro. Just build your own community, man. Like what you like and go hard.
Build your own community of trash.
Yeah, go for it. You know, you never know.
Man, I have no idea what to say after that. All right, bro.
Man.
This has been a good chat. It's been eventful. I think we've dropped a lot of game. Shall we wrap it up and let people know what we're doing, why they should follow along, how far we are, and what's coming this week?
Yeah, this is week 4 of releasing a song every single week for 53 weeks. So hop on the train, because the train's moving. It's already moving. It's in full swing now. We've dropped some bangers. And this week we've got like the song I'm gonna release this week is it's very alternative. It's very like, I do some rapping on it. It's just like a journal entry pretty much. I'm not gonna get into the nitty-gritties of the song. Read the lyrics, you'll find it out, and hopefully it resonates with people. But even if it doesn't, we're gonna keep moving, man. So here we are, 53, 52.
And the song's called Sin City.
Sin City, yes.
Ah ouais.
No way, man.
Peace, bro.
Cool.